Welcome to week 3. You're almost midway through the semester. I hope everything's going great. Some of you I've seen in my office, and that has been fantastic. And I've heard from you some through email. This week is audio. Some people hate it, some people love it. Hopefully, it will be something new for everyone. You will see week 3. Actually, it's up, but it's password protected. But as soon as I finish this video and insert it, it will no longer be password protected. It's all about listening to stories and making stories through audio. Part 1 is listening to some of the audio experts, Ira Glass and Jade Abram. Those are 2 experts in the audio field. So we're going to listen to those 2. The Ira Glass is broken up into 4 parts. Altogether, it's about 20 minutes. And then from another point of view, short interview with Radio Lab's Jade Abram. And we're going to listen to him. And then you're going to write up a blog post about reflective, about all theirs. Make sure when you do your reflective post, you link back to the original and really try to take some key points about what you heard from them and see how you think they may impact how you listen differently and also how you portray things differently this week. Here it talks about what's the best way to do those audio techniques. Audio is not just about talking, it's also about how background music, sound, using, I would say, my dog's barking in the background as ambiance, but it's not, it's annoyance. Or you might be hearing the birds in my background because I'm recording this outside because I'm rather tired of being inside. But putting all these things together to create a better story. And that's what part 2 is about. What are the different audio techniques to put together a great audio story? And there's a bunch of tips for audio tips for audio digital storytelling. Part 3 is actually my favorite part because before this class I didn't listen to books on tapes a lot, so I actually listened to a lot of stories. But I never listened to radio stories back, in the 1920s and 1930s. That's what instead of watching TV, they listened to stories. And on the radio, they actually have a lot of stories. And these are some of popular stories that play on a weekly basis. The American Life, Radio Lab, and The Truth. You're going to listen to one set of these and then do a blog post about how effective do you think the audio was for telling these stories. It just happens to be one of my favorite parts is listening to this and how did you get the kind of story that you wanted from there. Did you get a better story than watching something on the TV? So it's just a different way of getting a story. And did you get more out of it? What did you get out of it? Was it a thriller? Was it scary? Was it a murder mystery? What did you get out of listening to there? Part 4 is you are creating your digital stories, and this is where it talks about you can use whatever software you want, and a lot of people in the past have used, if they have a Mac, use GarageBand, and it's really actually a difficult piece of software. Audacity is an open source piece of software. It's very easy to use. I have a Mac and I actually use Audacity all the time. There are a lot of resources for Audacity. Audacity doesn't actually work with MP3 files in its if you just download it as it is. However, you can get a plugin, and the plugin makes it work with MP3 files very easily. All your stories will be published onto SoundCloud. Then also, once you do get your stories put on SoundCloud, you will embed them in your blog post. So when you embed them in your blog post, you should be seeing the SoundCloud, not the link to SoundCloud. If you want to use background noises, not my dogs, you can use free sounds that they're free. If you try to put, sometimes music, the artist actually will copyright them and they will ask SoundCloud, or if you put them on YouTube, to remove those. So if you try to use music that's copyrighted, a lot of times those will be taken down. So it's kind of hard sometimes to use music that is copyrighted. Now you can say that you're using for educational purposes, and a lot of times that will allow you to use that, but other times you'll be all of a sudden blocked from actually using. Your sound will be stripped out of whatever you did. You have to do 2 audio assignments that add up to 5 stars. They come from the assignment bank, and they will be in the audio assignments here. So you'll have to pick 2 of the audio assignments that come from here. I'm not specifying any specific audio assignments. I've listed here 2 of the ones that are common. There is a ds106 radio station, and a lot of people create the radio bumper for that. That's a common one, and that's 2 stars. Another common one is a sound effect story, but that's a 4.5 story. You have to do 5 stars altogether. You can pick any of the ones that you want. You just have to make sure that you tag them and categorize them in the correct locations. You do have to do your weekly summaries, but as always, it's not listed in the upper, but you have 4 daily creates. Some of you are forgetting to do those daily creates. Make sure that you're doing those daily creates. Another thing that's not listed above, you have to comment on other people's blogs. I'm noticing I'm the only person that's commenting on people's blogs. I try to hit everybody that I see that comments. Now, if you are waiting to the weekend to do everything, that's the worst time for me to actually start commenting. I have more time during the week than the weekend. Probably you're like, Professor Pollux, that's when we have the most time. Well, for me, it's the opposite, and especially next weekend, I will be away at a wedding, so I have less time in the weekend. So during the week, I try to comment at least once on at least one of your assignments. You want to comment on somebody else's blog, and then you want to actually comment back on their comment. And the comment should be more than, hey, great job. Can we please be a little bit more realistic in your comments, especially if you see that they did something and you want to figure out, well, how did you do that? Especially if they didn't tell you how they did that. This way the person can feedback and say, this is how I did it. If you like how they did something, or you like how a picture and they didn't tell you where the picture was taken, ask where the picture was taken. So I want more feedback from your comments, and I want more in terms of commenting between each other. In your summary, what did you learn this week? What questions and complaints did you have? It is okay to complain. I don't have a problem with complaining. I like constructive criticism more than just you suck. I have enough you suck in this world, but the better if you constructive criticism. I'm a big girl, I can take it. You remember your weekly summaries should be really detailed and linked to everything, because that's how I do grade. I grade based on that. If you need to come and see me, I'm supposed to be in on Monday. I'm not sure if I'm going to be in tomorrow. I'm having a washing machine delivered tomorrow, so I will write an email if I can't be in tomorrow. But I'll be in on Tuesday and Thursday. If you need to see me on Wednesday, I can be in. Friday, I will not be there because I'm leaving for New York. If you have any questions, email me during the week. I've been getting back very quickly. And if I have not gotten back to you, then honestly, I think I haven't seen your email. I've been trying to really keep on top of everything that you have been sending me. And we can get together if you need to see me at another time. Sometimes I can get together on Tuesday or Thursday nights. I have some free time during that time period. It's week 3. It's all about storytelling, audio style.